From the first council led by Venerable Mahakassapa, Venerable Upali and Ananda, to the sixth council led by Venerable Mahasi Sayadaw, Mingun Sayadaw and Nyaukan Sayadaw, our elders have protected the Buddha's word for generations. We honor them by practicing what they preserve. In this age of rapid technology and science, we must find dynamic way to share these teachings, making them accessible and attractive to the modern heart. Let us strive to integrate Sila, Samadhi and Panya into our daily lives. May the Dhamma endure, may all beings be happy, peaceful and liberated. And once again, on behalf of our foreigner Sangha team, we are very grateful for your wonderful welcome and wonderful hospitality. Once again, thank you very much. Chirang tithatu saddhammo, loko hotu sukhi sada.
Mexico Nanga Ma, Eku Nandi Dina, Angel Oscar Meridian Nozim, Ka, the one Loa Pajabi and Tibarabia.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Your Holinesses, your most venerable Mahateras, distinguished guests, your Excellencies, friends in the Dhamma, ladies and gentlemen, it is a profound honor to be invited to this auspicious celebration of the 70th anniversary of the Chatta Sanghayana, the Sixth Buddhist Council. To stand here at the very site where this historic assembly was held 70 years ago is deeply humbling. I am grateful for the opportunity to speak on the enduring impact of the Sixth Buddhist Council within the Spanish-speaking world. To understand our journey, we must first honor a distinguished son of this golden land, the most venerable Dr. Silananda Agwivamsa. In 1999, Bhante had the visionary foresight to establish the Dhamma Vihara in Mexico, the first Theravada Buddhist monastery in the Spanish-speaking world. The founding of the Dhamma Vihara 27 years ago was a landmark event in the global history of Buddhism. Such a feat would have been impossible without the diligent guidance and unwavering support of Most Venerable Silananda Agwivamsa. The opening of the Dhamma Vihara was more than the inauguration of a physical structure. It represented the arrival of the Buddha Vachana, the Buddha's words, to millions of Spanish-speaking speakers, preserved exactly as they were recited and verified here 70 years ago. Buddhism in Myanmar possesses a venerable lineage. Whether the Dhamma first arrived in Myanmar with the disciples Tapusa and Balika, or later during the era of King Asoka with the missionaries Sona and Uttara, the Buddha's teachings have flourished in Suvarnabhumi for over 2 millennia. In contrast, the Dhamma in the Spanish-speaking world is in its infancy, with less than a century of history. Yet, its future is bright because our mission is anchored in the Chata Sangayana Tipitaka, alongside its commentaries, the Atthakatas, and its sub-commentaries, its Tikas. When we established the Dhamma Vihara in Mexico, we faced great uncertainty. Could a Theravada monastery succeed in a region without a traditional Buddhist community? We rely on 2 pillars. Number 1, the universality of the Buddha's teachings, and number 2, the scholarly integrity of the 6 Buddhist Council texts. We held faith that the 4 Noble Truths and the Noble Eightfold Path would resonate with any seeking heart, provided we had a reliable, authoritative source for translation. The Chata Sangayana Tipitaka became that indispensable foundation. As our community grew, so did the need for formal scholarship. In 2011, we founded the Hispanic Institute of Buddhist Studies in Mexico to facilitate the rigorous study and translation of Pali scriptures. I'm honored that the Institute President, Mr. Winston Velasco, has joined me here today to mark this auspicious occasion. Over the last 15 years, the Hispanic Institute of Buddhist Studies has trained a dedicated group of scholars in the Pali language. This has resulted in groundbreaking work, including partial translations of the Dhammapada and Therigatha commentaries, the first ever Western language translation of the Abhidhamma by Acharya Buddhadatta, and ongoing translations of the Dhammasangani and the Atasalini. None of this would be possible without the monumental labor of the 6 Buddhist Council, including the encyclopedic Tipitaka Pali Nyama Abhidhana, a project led by then a 30 years old Venerable Silananda Awivamsa in 1957. In conclusion, I hope to have conveyed the depth of gratitude we feel towards the accomplishment of the 6 Buddhist Council. We also remember with reverence the extraordinary life of Most Venerable Dr. Silananda Wivamsa, who passed away in 2005, but whose legacy lives on in every Spanish verse of the Dhamma recited today. Although the Spanish-speaking world lies far away on the other side of the globe, on the other side of the earth, we are bound by the unbreakable cord of the Dhamma. This bond nourishes our mission to spread the Buddha's message of peace and well-being. Chiram titatu sadamo lokasmem, may the Dhamma persist for a long time in the world. Thank you.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. အမေရိကန်နိုင်ငံမှာဘိက္ခုစိန်တိတဂျွန်တင်စမုတ်ကသွန်လွာဖတ်ကြားပေးရန်ဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဖေဟာ
It's my great honor to address this august body on this auspicious occasion. I was unfortunate not to have been born a Buddhist, but I got here as fast as I could. I dropped out of my scholarly, high-tech, highly paid career in 2001 to dedicate myself full-time to Buddhist study and practice. I was living in Austin, Texas at the time. I had begun with the practice of Japanese Soto Zen, which is the form of Buddhism in the U.S. America that has become most fully established among Western communities. It's produced hundreds of very well-trained and qualified Western teachers. In fact, I ordained as a Zen priest eventually and underwent very strict training for a number of years before turning to Theravada. I learned much in the Zen tradition that remains with me to this day. However, I discovered its great fault is that the Sangha, the monastic Guinea tradition, has almost completely disappeared in Japan, uniquely in a Buddhist land. And as a result, it's largely unknown in American Zen. My studies and exploration of the various Buddhist traditions, they all can be found in any large U.S. American city, convinced me that Buddhism cannot long endure without a vibrant community, without a vibrant Sangha, any more than science could endure without a vibrant community of professionally trained and qualified scientists. Science is far too sophisticated for that. The Dhamma is far too sophisticated for that. Unfortunately, the scarcity of the non-Asian Sangha remains the strongest indicator that Buddhism has yet to establish firm roots in the wild west of Buddhism. In spite of the widespread interest and energy many devotees put into meditation practice and study, monasticism so far does not sit well in U.S. American culture. I personally had the good fortune to meet and befriend 4 monks living in the forest outside of Austin, Texas in 2004. Their monastery was very primitive. Essentially, the 4 monks living in a house trailer in the middle of 16 acres of forested land. They called themselves the Sidigu Buddha Vihara, I met with them many times. 4 years later, I expressed for the first time an interest in ordaining in the Theravada tradition to the head monk, Venerable Arya Dhamma. I had just spent 4 days at a Bayagiri monastery in Northern California, where 11 Western monks were practicing in the tradition of Ajahn Chah. I needed first to see Western monks living the holy life before I would be convinced that I too could do so. Ashin Arya invited me on the spot to travel with him to Myanmar and to ordain, and I agreed. I was ordained in Sagaing on March 10th, 2009, on the birthday of my preceptor, the Venerable Siddhi Gustiaro. In 2010, the Siddhi Vihara in Austin began a major planned expansion, the construction of 36 cabins, a dining hall, a dedicated library building, a Dhamma hall, a reception hall, and a magnificent replica of the Shwesagon Pagoda. The Vihara had been conceived and founded by Siddhi Gustiaro with a missionary purpose, and Austin was the perfect location to fulfill that. A little-known demographic is that Westerners who come to Buddhism, like me, are overwhelmingly highly educated. Austin happens to be one of the most educated cities in U.S. America, as the site of the largest university campus in the country, and as a major center of the American high-tech industry. I personally was lucky to have stumbled upon these 4 Burmese monks living in a house trailer in a forest in Texas. It's made a world of difference in the direction of my life. I'm happy to report that the Siddhi Buddha Vihara has since become wildly successful and has made a world of a difference in the direction of many, many lives. It now offers residential opportunities at near capacity, a continual series of meditation retreats and Dhamma classes. People from all walks of life and all ethnicities come to the Vihara. The monks there currently are of 3 ethnicities, Burmese, U.S. American, and Vietnamese. 2 U.S. American monks. I'm no longer living there. I'm living in Minnesota, where I continue my practice. So what I have given you as an example, one of very personal interest to me, of one of Siddhi Gustiaro's projects. He's just done so many projects in his life, including organizing this event. And it's an indication of why we have so much to thank Siddhi Gustiaro for.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Indonesia နိုင်ငံမှာ Venerable Body Otomo ကသွန်လွှာဖတ်ကြားပြီးရန်ဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဗျာ
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Sukho buddhanang upadu. Suka sanggasa Suka sadama sanang, suka sangga samagi, samaganang tapo suko. My respectful to all of the Sangha member, especially for all of the Sangha Raja and Sangha leader, all of the Nikaya in Myanmar, also in overseas, for His Excellence Government of Myanmar, the President of Myanmar, and Minister of Culture and Religious Affairs. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, Namo Buddhaya. First of all, I would like to thank you for Most Venerable Sitaku Sayadaw, Agak Mahapandita Nyanisara is also my teacher who invite me with the government, who invite me to participate in the 70th anniversary of the Chata Sanggayana of Sixth Sangha Council. Actually, Chata Sanggayana is give the many impact in the development of Buddhist Sangha in Indonesia, because during the revival of Buddhism after our Buddhism destroyed after the kingdom of Majapahit in 14th centuries, and then the Buddhism was going on and then never to be the institutional of Buddhism. So after the independent days, with the Narada Mahatera from Sri Lanka, who visiting us in 1934, and also in 1953, our the first Indonesian who become ordained as a monk under Mahasi Sayadaw, who is Asin Cindera kita, who often regarded as the pioneer of the modern Buddhism in Indonesia. He was instrumental in reintroducing monastic ordination and establishing a structured Sangha after centuries of absence. His efforts led the formation of Buddhist organization and revival of both Theravada and Mahayana tradition. The formal Sangha institution in Indonesia were firstly established in 1959, while he inviting about 13 monks for overseas for 4 countries, include Most Venerable Mahasi Sayadaw, Most Venerable Narada Mahatera, and then Somdet Chonat from Cambodia, and also from Thailand. And they give ordination to the 3 monks in Semarang, Sangha Jawa of Indonesia. After that, Most Venerable Asin Cindera kita established Sangha Suci Indonesia. And then in 1953, from Sangha Suci, they unity with some Mahayanis, make the National Buddhist Sangha is named Indonesian Mahasangha. But in 1974, have some conflict, and then 1976, some of Theravadin come from Thailand. They established Sangha Theravada Indonesia in 1976, and in 1978, some Mahayanis monks who study from China, they established Sangha Mahayana Indonesia. But after that, in 1974, in 1998, they unite become the Indonesian National Supreme Council or Konferensi Agung Sangga Indonesia in 1989. After that, all of the Sangha in Indonesia is under the Indonesian Supreme Council or Konferensi Agung Sangga Indonesia. And then for the working of the Sangha in Indonesia, especially for interpret of the Buddhist teaching, also in Tipitaka, until now we have the 3 Sangha, and then they are very active to interpret and translate of Tipitaka, also helping by the government, Ministry of Religious Affairs, who publishing this Tipitaka, and also some Buddhist center who translating and give study of Tipitaka. Some like Dhamma Vihari Buddhist College, and then Smaratiga Buddhist College, and then also Indonesian Tipitaka Center, who they are active to translating Tipitaka into Indonesia, because our government is very freely to give permission for all of religions can translating their books into Indonesian. And then this is one of the successful of us how to propagate Buddhism in Indonesia. And then actually by the spirit of Cata Sanggayana on the 6 Sangha councils, Sangha in Indonesia plays an indispensable role in the growth of the Dhamma. Truth is its dedication to both practice and the study of the Tipitaka. By embodying the teaching and preserving their textual foundation, the Sangha acts as a bridge between the past and the present. The integration of Patipati and Pariyati not only sustains the authenticity of the Dhamma, but also ensures its relevance in rapidly changing the world. As Indonesians continue to navigate modern challenge, the Sangha contribution remain vital to the Tipitaka and flourishing of Buddhist teaching. And the last, I would like to many thanks to our Sangha who in the Cata Sanggayana, because of Cata Sanggayana very impact in our Buddhist propagation in Indonesia, and especially for the Mayama Sangha who invite me to participate in this 17th years anniversary of Cata Sanggayana. May all being happy, be free from suffering. I apologize that my speak is not so good, and thank you for your attention. Cirang ditantu sambudasa senang. Sadu, sadu, sadu. Namo Buddhaya.